way. I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless. I'm gone. Run with a wild crew.
I know it's early, but I'm clearly disgruntled. I am disgusted. I'm disgruntled. Subscribe to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube and follow us on all the podcast aggregators. I said Bleachers and Speakers. I'm sorry. Subscribe to Bleachers and Speakers. Foster, I'm mad, bro.
Bro.
Let me try this again. Let me gain my composure. Subscribe to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube. Follow us on Postgame Podcast, FFSN on all the podcast aggregators. Make sure you got the notification bell lit up so whenever we drop content, you can get an alert, download the episodes. I'm at a loss for words. It's early in the season, game 11. Pistons lose to Houston, 101-99. And I'm going to let Foster talk for a second. I'm still processing.
Well, can you hear me? You hear me?
I can hear you fine, Foster.
Okay. It was a physical ball game. Houston is a well-coached team. They have a nice group of veterans and young players. They got a lot of athletic wings. Tariq Eason killed us today. Van Vliet had a tough beginning to the game, but down the stretch, he kind of got his act together. Dylan Brooks is a irritator, if nothing else. But yeah, when it's all said and done, I think they were just out toughed us. We are shorthanded size wise. Obviously, no Duren tonight. Paul Reed ended up fouling out. Isaiah Stewart had a great game, but we just hit a stretch. We hit a stretch in the third quarter where we couldn't score. Houston got hot. We got back in the ball game due to some made buckets by Beasley and Hardaway, and just down the stretch we just didn't make the plays we needed to make. Ivy had a couple questionable decisions.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So on the shot on the one where he got caught up in the air and Tariq Eason kind of contested the shot and he made an errant pass. That was irritating. The shot he made, the shot he took in the corner that Tobias ended up getting the rebound. I don't really put that on Ivy because he was in a tough spot in that one. And in the end, he almost had an opportunity to get a tip in. To get a putback bucket, but Cade didn't see him and kind of hit the ball away from him. So that would have been a nice opportunity for him. But I see a lot of fans when Ivy does well, they say, y'all wanted him to be traded and Monty almost ended his career. And Ivy still has some rough games, ladies and gentlemen. He had 8 points today. And that just can't get it done. Cade had a great game, 26, 8, and 9. And Beasley had 15. Other than that, a lot of shaky efforts. Tobias had 9. Hardaway had 10. He had some buckets down the stretch that were big. But Fontecchio continues to struggle, and you need more from Ivy when it's all said and done.
Okay. before I talk about Ivy, Tobias could have sent the game in overtime.
You're right. I forgot. Yeah, the tip. Screw the tip. The
You had an
putback.
opportunity.
Make the free throws.
First, let me start. Let me start this right. Another competitive effort by the Pistons. Like, I applaud the effort. They look a lot more competitive. They look a lot more confident than they did last year, and that's all we can ask for, right? This game is a game we very well could have won. Definitely should be still playing right now. Should be in overtime. You hit your free throws because they hit their free throws. You hit your free throws, and we're not talking right now.
Technical free throws as well. Like those are supposed to be gimmies too.
Well, yeah, Malik, Mr. Tech. And then I do not have a problem with someone having a bad game. I do not. There's so many other plays on the court that can be made. Ivy had a bad game. I do not knock him for that. It's just there's a couple possessions that I question about Ivy. Now, there was a possession where he got called for a push-off going to the rack, right?
Yeah.
I ain't got no problem with it.
Okay.
The problem after that is you got a timeout, and then you have a set play for Ivy. He goes to the rack, gets a shot block, whatever. I can't remember.
It looked like Cade was going to get it. And he
anyway,
took off.
Nothing happened, right? You didn't get anything. I think when you call timeout and you draw up a play, and this person hasn't played well all game, this is not time to say, hey, I trust you. You had a bad game. I trust you. Go with the hottie. You go with your playmaker. Whoever's been doing it for the game, they're going to have the confidence. They're going to play. The ball needs. I think that play should have been drawn up for Cade. Now, am I mad at the play being drawn up? No. I'm just going to say what could have happened. Because hindsight is a perfect science. I know that. But down the stretch, with 2 minutes left, there were a lot of bad plays on our end. A lot of times we shot ourselves in the foot. This is a game we could have very well won. I like the fight, though. There was a time when the Pistons were down 12, and there was a couple of threes in a row by Pistons that cut it to 6, and the next thing you know, we're up 1. So I did like the fight. That guy, Segun, how many points did he wind up with?
Let's see.
That little fall away with the leg up was going crazy in the first
half. 27.
He was killing the Pistons. Who's the next highest scorer on there for the Rockets?
Probably Tariq Eason. Eason had 18. Yeah.
Eason off the bench
had
18. Now, come on, guys.
They're a team that have always been blessed with tons of wings. They got Jeff Green that doesn't even play, but they got Eason, they got Amon Thompson, they got Dylan Brooks. Jabari Smith is a power forward, but he's a 6'10" guy that can shoot threes, and he's got.
He was quiet tonight. How many did he have?
6.
Yeah, he was quiet tonight. It was just 2 people that did their damage versus us.
Pretty much.
Those 2.
Jalen Green had 15, and Brooks had 14.
Yeah, that's a pretty good effort for them too. 14 to 15. Yeah.
Oh my God! Did you see the Green's dunk?
Yeah.
Oh,
nasty. Nasty. It was nasty. And if he doesn't say anything, it stays phenomenal. But he ran his mouth and got a tech.
Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. No. That rivalry that Cade and Green rivalry has kind of, I feel like, ignited the two teams as well, because they were both terrible at the time. So yeah.
And Cade had 26, 8, and 9, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. What Pistons are what's the count? 4-7?
I believe, yeah.
4-7. Yeah. And like I said, there's only one game where we didn't have a chance in hell. 2 games where we didn't have a chance to win this year. Cleveland pretty much led all night, and that horrible Knicks loss. But other than that, out of the 11 games, all 9 have been competitive. I like the effort. It's a different look. This game we should have won. I wanted to shut out Houston today, but there's still hope. We have the Lions tonight.
I mean, I think that 3 that Tobias hit was kind of, I don't want to say luck, but it gave us hope. It gave us false hope. I'll say that. Because when we were down 5, it was like, he hits the 3, which, he's struggled from 3 all year, but the 3 definitely put us in a good, put us in a better situation. But really, the turnovers and I guess the free throw disparity wasn't bad. I mean, when you miss technical free throws and you miss potential game time free throws, those burn. Even if we do shoot, let's see, what do we shoot? I think it was 70-some%.
Mm-hmm.
No. 69%, and they shot 75%. So that's a significant enough. I mean, that's 2. You put those 2 on the board, and you're dead even, and the game is still going on. So, but the biggest thing the biggest thing that hurt us is the fact that even though they only shot 20% from 3, they had 16 offensive rebounds. 17 offensive rebounds.
It's crazy.
This can't happen.
No. Can't happen. Can't happen. It's wild. It's wild. But like I said, Foster, I can't be too mad because we were in a position to win it.
I mean,
at least tie it and take it to overtime. And that first quarter was ugly by both teams. They got a decent lead early, and it wound up being like 20-19 or 20-17 at the end of the first quarter. And I'm thinking, okay. And the Pistons actually led at half, 45-43. And then there was that dastardly third quarter. So we need to play 4 quarters of basketball.
And I still stand by, we need one more creator.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's something definitely missing. There's something definitely missing. It seemed like that last 6 seconds was an eternity when we needed 2 points. The last 6 seconds that's the sequence where Ivy throws something up from the corner, and there's a putback with 1 second left by Tobias, and he gets fouled. It seemed like that 5 seconds was an eternity, was plenty enough time, and we just didn't get a good shot off. You only needed 2. And my thing is, if you can get to the free throw line, cool, but if we can get a clean shot, better. And we didn't get a clean shot. That's where that creator comes in.
Well, I mean, I like my chances with Cade as much as anybody in situations like that. Yes. I just feel like
we need another though.
Yeah, I'm just more so talking about in the full scale throughout the games when you're going through those little ruts, and Cade's a little winded or might need some, or might need just somebody to step in and create. Ivy had 6 turnovers tonight. Rough game for him. And
6 turnovers,
yeah,
8 points.
8 points. He almost almost more turnovers than
Yeah,
points.
damn near had a double. Turnovers and points.
Not the kind you
Not
want.
the kind you want.
And he's been good, and the fans have been high on him because when he's been good, he's been damn good. But
I expect him to bounce back with a good game. You owe us that.
yeah.
Hold on, let's take a quick break. 6 seconds and we'll be back. The problem with doing these shows in the middle of NFL, nobody attends. We haven't had not one way.
They like what? What y'all
but
doing?
it's all good. Catch us on the audio or watch it later. It's on YouTube. So go to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube to watch this. If you're listening, and for those that are actually listening, you can go to YouTube and watch us, and it's there. It's on the web. It's on the podcast aggregators. Hopefully, our people will get a chance to listen to it when they want to. But yeah, it's NFL Sunday. We just had to get on and talk about this. This is one of those games, man, where you like, man, come on. Nita, I think we could stand another closer. I'm not saying I'm not satisfied with Cade, but I don't see us getting another closer this year. Like, it's just not going to
happen. Yeah, no, I mean, nah.
What we have is what we have.
Unless we move an Ivy or Duran. Nah, I mean we ain't got nothing coming in that direction. But
no, I don't want to move neither one of those though. Even after a bad game, I don't want to move. It just depends on what the return is though.
Yeah, the return would have to be right, and
it would have to be colossal.
Hey, I'll give up Duran and Ivy for Giannis.
Me too.
In a heartbeat. What y'all want?
Yeah. Run it.
I'm trying to think who else is like just doing awful right now. There's some good teams that are not. I know Philly's pretty bad right now.
They're not. They're hanging their hat on Embiid not being there. They believe they're going to turn it around.
Which they should.
They just ought to with a healthy Embiid. Yes, they're going to win a lot of basketball games when he gets back.
But that's why I need the Pistons to pad as many, especially home games. I need us to pad as many games like this as we can. I mean, I knew when I set up the show, when we talked about it, I knew this was 50-50. I wasn't like, oh, yeah, we're going to win this game. I think at that point, I don't think Houston had quite gone on their run yet. I think we might have been up by a few points.
We was up by 1 when we said, when you said the live was up.
Okay. So
you said the show was set up.
But I knew it was going to be I knew it was going to be tough down the stretch. And yeah, Houston is they're a tough team, and I think that team is completely healthy right now. I can't think of anybody that's out for them right now. So they're playing with a full deck, to say the very least.
Yeah.
And we just had to get the twin with the health issues. I hate to say it.
Wow. Wow, Foster. That's even low for you.
I'm just. I mean, he's alive and well, and but doesn't it pain you to see the identical person that you've been waiting to see all year on the opposite side?
Yeah, it does.
I mean that's literally Asar right there. It's just not Asar.
Yeah, it does. And
do they not have enough wings on their team? Like Tariq Eason is like their fourth best option at the wing position. Cam Whitmore is in the G League.
I felt we should have drafted.
That's another wing.
And I felt we should have drafted Cam.
Wait, could we have got him instead of Sasser? Or am I tripping?
I think Cam was available. I think we got somebody else instead of Cam.
Because Cam went, he dropped to like the towards the end of the first or something like that. But who do we? That was the Ivy year.
I believe so.
Well,
that's a good question. We'll look that up later, but that's a good question. But Cam, the draft camps, we all said Cam. I think they said they was concerned about an injury with Cam.
Yeah, some crap that never came up. He probably hasn't missed a game yet.
Yeah, and I was very high on Cam until they didn't draft him, and he fell really far in the draft.
Yeah, he fell to the 20th. So you know what? Maybe he was ahead of Sasser.
Yeah, I felt he should have been our first pick. Who did we get? Was it?
What? No, I think the first pick was this was either the Ivy year or the Asar year.
It's probably the Ivy year. Probably the Ivy year, and I was thinking Cam.
I think Asar. I think Ivy has managed better off than Cam.
Oh, for sure. Of course I'm gonna be wrong. You know that. I'm not gonna go with.
But coming out, he came out like a year after Sadiq or around that time because they both went to Villanova. Like he was another Villanova guy.
Yeah.
And they were kind of comparing him, but Cam's quite a bit more athletic than
for sure. And he's in the G League.
And he's in the G League. But
another wing they have.
Yeah. I think if he's in Detroit, he's probably not in the G. Well, I don't know. You got Ron Allen, you got a couple guys, but
oh boy. Well, I'm not gonna hold you up. There's a little bit more football to be played before we get to our game. I think we can wrap this up. This is just a frustration show today. Not with the overall game, just the outcome. Because, like I said, the effort was there. Just needed another person to step up at the end, and it didn't happen. It's okay. We're gonna have a lot of close games like this. We just gotta finish them. You got anything? You want to put a bow on this, Foster, before we get out of here?
I'd say Duren needs to get healthy soon. We're already kind of shorthanded inside without Bobby Klintman and without Asar Thompson, who's not a big man, but he certainly is a interior presence of sorts. So I need Duren to get healthy soon, and got to take care of the ball better, because you're gonna have off shooting games with streaky shooters like Beasley and Hardaway and Fontecchio and guys.
How many turnovers?
And Ivy. I want to say we had 17. That my NBA app is bugging out right now, but
let's say 17 is the number. You had 6 by Ivy.
Right.
That's crazy.
Hold on, I got it. So we had 18
turnovers
to 11.
Yeah. Got to take care of the ball better. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a bad yawn today. I ain't too mad, though. It is what it is. I was more mad at the end of the game. I processed it.
Right, yeah.
Cool.
After you had time to cool down and process it, okay,
the
cool. But
11th game of the season. I should not be bugging out. Young team.
They all count, man. They all count.
See, I was trying to heal, Foster. You just disrupted my healing process.
We got a couple hours into the Lions game. Got to get even keel, because that's gonna be a whole nother monster.
I'm about to fix me a drink. Subscribe to Bleachers Speakers.